Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Martine and I'll be doing a reading today for the Aries season, the spring equinox. And right now the sun is moving out of Pisces and moving into Aries, because Aries season, I believe, by the time you'll be watching this, will start on the 20th. So we're moving into Aries season, which is very, very different than Pisces. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is new, opens the potential to start new things, new adventures, take new initiatives, starting new projects, starting new businesses, traveling, spring cleaning, out with the old, in with the new type energy. And this is also the beginning of the new year, the energetic new year, the astrological new year, because again, like I said, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So really the springtime is when a lot of people consider it being the new year, and I can see why. So moving into Aries, it's really a really powerful time. Aries is a very powerful sign in its own right. So it's a powerful time to be very intentional. And when the sun is in the sign of Aries or in any other sign, so the sun is moving into Aries. So that means that a lot of us, even if you're not in Aries, we're going to be taking on a lot of Aries attributes. So again, Aries is a fire sign, very powerful, very confident. So a lot of us will be feeling very confident right now in this Aries season, in this spring season really. And Aries really thrives off of instinct. They're ruled by Mars, which is a very masculine and very dominant planet. All right. And Aries are fighters, are great people to be around. So like jovial and boisterous and funny. My dad was an Aries and everybody loved him. Everybody liked to be around him. He was just kind of like the life of the party type of guy, and very, very generous, very compassionate. But there is also a shadowy side to Aries as well, is that they can be a little combative. They can be impulsive to their own detriment and to the detriment of others. They can lose control over their power and be very overbearing and overwhelming. So, but very action oriented and are doers. They like to do, they don't like to sit around and be lazy and stuff like that. They are doers, they are passionate, they are action takers. So wherever you have Aries in your natal chart, look for, if you don't have Aries, but look for Aries in your chart and see where it is and where this energy might most be affecting you. All right, so I'm going to move on to the cards. So first I want to pull an oracle cards, and let's see what Spirit is asking us to surrender. I'm pulling surrender from the surrender deck. And this is a collective reading. This is for everyone, by the way. This is a general message. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Never force a reading upon yourself. Never force it to resonate. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That just means that there's not a message here for you. But if it does, take it in, take in the energy, and take in the guidance. All right? So What does Spirit want us to surrender? That's what we'll take a look at first. What do we need to surrender? What needs to go? You know? Surrender stubbornness. There you go. Surrender stubbornness. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you to communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Let's let go of that stubbornness, people. We all do. Let's get a couple more. What do we need to let go of? What do we need to surrender? Surrender to what is. See that? Surrender to what is. You just have to let things be what they are. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. You know what I mean? Less resistance, more flow. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Yeah. Stop resisting. Some of you might need to stop resisting and throw caution to the wind. Take that leap of faith and surrender to the what is. Surrender to whatever the situation is. Work with it. Work with that energy instead of resisting. One more. One more. Ooh. Surrender to inner peace. I like that. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Yeah, so there's a lot of feeling like letting go of stubbornness and letting go, surrendering to the what is, allowing whatever it is to be what it is. Stop resisting, surrendering to flow and peace. So there's a lot of that energy of just allowing things to naturally and organically be, you know, what they are. So I'm going to pull some general tarot for the collective, and then I'm going to go into different areas, like pull some romance cards and abundance, and see what's coming up in different areas. All right, so what do we have? What does the collective have coming towards us for this Aries season and spring equinox? Is this the Nine of Swords? I'm sorry, I am bad with my Roman numerals. This is the Six of Swords. This is the Six of Swords. Moving on. We are going to be moving on to calmer waters. I like to see this card, and I know that it looks kind of like the graphic makes it look like it may or may not be a peaceful time. You don't know, because the sword energy is just so in your face. But the Six of Swords talks about moving away from choppy emotional waters, and I'm like waters like this, and coming into calm waters, coming into stillness, coming into calming, more restful spaces, all right, mentally. And then we have the Magician. All right, and then we have the Ten of Cups. And then we have the Five of Swords. All right, so there's definitely an energy of moving away from drama, and also a lot of manifesting and an emotional fulfillment. All right, and getting away from your limitations, getting away from your limiting beliefs. So I feel like what's coming our way collectively is a lot of moving away from negativity, moving away from limiting thoughts, working on intentionally and consciously working on manifesting your desires, embodying that Aries energy to be a doer, to go, to get what you want, to be passionate about something, to, start something new and start something fresh, and seeking that emotional fulfillment. So let's clarify the Six of Swords. I'm going to clarify each card and get a deeper message. Alright, so the clarifiers are as follows. The Queen of Swords with the Six of Swords. Alright, lots of mental energy, lots of moving on, lots of strategizing, lots of tapping into that inner warrior, that intuition, that Libra energy, okay, because the Justice card is coming up next, the Queen of Swords next to the Justice card. So, and it's funny because the Libra is the opposite sign of Aries. That's their sister sign. So they're completely opposite when it comes to characteristics. The Aries is very heart-centered, very gut-centered, solar plexus energy, whereas Libra is very mental, crown energy, all right, third eye energy, thinkers, very cerebral. So I say all that to say, where there's Aries energy, there's always going to be most likely Libra energy kind of working with it, because they do get along great. So with manifesting, there's going to be a lot of balance as well coming our way in this Aries season, and in this spring season there's going to be balance, there's going to be justice for a lot of different things that have been imbalanced previously, but now will be balanced and harmonized. All right, emotional fulfillment, there's going to be a lot of shadow work that was kind of you were working through in Pisces season for some of you, that is really now things are going to be coming up. You're going to be working through those emotional issues, the things that you were suppressing and you've worked through during Pisces season, and now you're going to be integrating those things, and it's going to bring you emotional balance, emotional fulfillment. It's going to make you happy. It's going to make those around you happy. People that you are in relationships are going to see a more balanced you, a more inspired and passionate you. Not that Pisces season is such a horrible season to be in, but we are coming out of an emotional season where we were in our feelings a lot. There was the need for a lot more compassion, Things were happening in the world that were really opening us up to, the veil being very thin with the spiritual world. That's what Pisces represents. Pisces represents the subconscious. Pisces represents mental health. Okay, so we are coming out of that, having done having done the work, and now coming into, getting some spring in your step, integrating all of that work that you've done and bringing that into Aries season and the spring equinox season, and like, all right, I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. I'm going to be intentional. I'm going to be conscious about the shit that I need to do. All right. 5 of Swords and Palace of Cups. All right, so letting go of those limitations and creating a more happy, a more conducive, a more loving environment for ourselves as well. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. The Chariot is about moving on, moving forward, being balanced in that movement, taking control of those reins and moving intentionally to where you want to go, setting your sights and being super, super intentional on what you're setting your sights on. All right. And it's, and going with the flow is a big part of that with these surrender cards, surrendering to inner peace, surrendering to the what is, and surrendering the stubbornness and not fighting the energy, and not, and not resisting the energy, the incoming energy, going with the flow. That's a big part of manifesting and manifestation, and going after your desires is, more persistence but less resistance is really important in this time right now. Because if you're trying to start something new, if you're trying to leave the old and leave the old behind and walk into the new, you're gonna have to, be persistent and resist less, and allow the energy that is around you to move you forward. All right, and work with the energy. Boom. Now, I want to get some romance. Let's see what kind of romance messages we will get. One more. All right, we got 4. So, there's going to be a lot of different scenarios. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. A lot of you are going to be attracting new romantic interests in your life in this new season. Okay, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. A lot of times we don't want to ask for help. We don't, we feel like, we might be a burden if we ask for help. Allow people to help you. Take that on. Let that energy flow through you. Ask for help and let that energy flow. Normalize. That's the word I'm looking for. Normalize asking for help. Make that a normal thing for you, because, a lot of us have normalized not asking for help and suffering in silence. No, normalize asking for help. Okay, very soon. Clearly, this card says, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And that's all a part of manifesting. Decide what you want, clearly decide, state it, put it out into the universe, write it down daily, affirm it to yourself in the mirror, and the universe will then support you and bringing you what you want. But you have to put it out there and you have to do the footwork. All right, and if it's a romantic connection that you're trying to manifest, it's coming very soon. Just put it out there into the universe and put yourself out there too. Reconciliation, last romance card. Reconciliation. Some Someone from your past is returning to your life. So some of you are going to be reconciling with an ex or someone from the past that you dated or whatever. Just be careful, because sometimes the universe tests you and sends an ex back into your life just to see if you've learned your lesson or not. So be very mindful of that. All right. I'm going to pull an abundance card and see what abundance messages Spirit wants us to know for this season as well. Let go of guilt. Let go of guilt. I was just talking about this. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from your past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Don't berate yourself for mistakes. Mistakes are a part of soul growth, a part of lessons. So don't ever berate yourself for anything, any mistake that you have made, because we learn from our mistakes. All right, the second card is Dreams of Abundance. This is good. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Guys, always journal your dreams. I know that I say it and I don't do it all the time, but I always journal the dreams that leave me feeling some type of way when I wake up, so that when that happens, I know that it's a really important dream that I need to, it's prophetic and it's probably going to happen, or there's going to be some sort of manifestation of something in that dream. But journal your dreams as much as you can, as much as you can remember, because you will see a pattern in your dreams and you'll learn to recognize certain things that whether it's a dream that you really need to pay attention to, or it could be some sort of subconscious things, or sometimes dreams are just wacky because we ate right before we went to bed. You never know. But journal your dreams. Pay yourself first. All right, that's something that I always heard in the past. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and in your future. Pay yourself first, and if that means putting aside a little bit of money, as much as you can, even if it's like $20 in your savings account, put that in there so that you can be able, you're saving up for something for yourself. You know what I mean? Invest in yourself, investing in your future. That's why you're working. You're not only working to pay bills, but you're working in order to be able to move forward, to do something good for yourself as well. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up with, I'm going to pull some self-care cards and see what self-care practices. Let's just get one card for self-care as to what Spirit, that's two, what Spirit wants us to do for the spring. Spring cleaning. I'm not making it up. Clean your space. It says right there, clean your space. I know I'm going to try to do some spring cleaning as well, and sound healing. All right, get into some sound healing. I do personal sound healing sessions. If you're interested, you can always book my sound healing service on my website. All right, martinefelton.com. That's going to be in the description. Self-care for the spring equinox is clean your space and indulge in some sound healing. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up with one more message, one more oracle, and I'm going to pull from the Archangel Metatron Oracle deck and see what Archangel Metatron has to say to us today. Wake up call, listen and take note. Okay, during this springtime, during this equinox, we are being asked to wake up, pay attention to signs and synchronicities, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to all of the things that are going on around you. Okay, wake up and take note, listen to everything that's going on around you and take note. A lot of us are waking up right now spiritually. Our eyes are opening up to the things that are going on in our communities, to the things that are going on in government, the things that are going on in the media. And we can't ignore it anymore. It's really, this is a time, since the pandemic started, this an increased social justice movement and all of the Me Too movement and all of the things, all of the things that have been happening around us, and around this pandemic as well, the increase in crime in all of these major cities, everything that's been going on. Just listen and take note and understand that we chose to be here, to incarnate here at this time. So I know a lot of times people are like, why is this happening? Why do we have to go through this? Why? Well, the answer is that we chose this time to be here. Our souls chose at this very moment, in this time, this day and age, for us to be here and experience these things. These are the human experiences that we need to have in order to move forward. So Archangel Metatron is saying that we are all being called to wake up and pay attention to our surroundings and do what we can in our communities, in our families' lives, in our personal lives. Just do everything that we can in order to lift the vibration. All right, and for yourself and for others. All right, especially during this energetic new year, it is so important. It's like new energy, new you. Wake up, pay attention to what's going on around you, do good, raise your vibration, and help others raise their awareness and vibration as well. All right, so that is the reading for today. I hope that most of these messages resonated with you. If you like my work and you want a personal reading, you can do so and you can book me at my website. All the information you'll need to know about me is in the description. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Take care and have a beautiful Aries season and spring equinox.